Poor little theatrics. Top of the morning to you. Okay, I'm gonna put this down before I break it. So, aside from the rambling pirate accent, I have discovered two things. One, it's a lot easier for me to hear back my recordings if I speak higher than I normally would. Normally I kind of speak like this all the time. But I have to speak like this so I can hear myself and therefore you can hear me better. Two, I kind of turned 18 on the 24th of September. There's only one little problem. I really don't care. Turning 18 is supposed to be this big monumental thing, and when you actually get it, unless you're like extremely self-absorbed, in my opinion, nothing changes whatsoever. What changes is people's perception of you. People think, oh, he's officially an adult now, we better give him some slack. We better let him have some responsibilities. We better give him more room to be an adult. What people choose to or just don't realize is that I'm not that different from when I was yesterday and the day before. And the day before I was 18 and I was 17. I didn't suddenly just grow a brain when I turned 18. I didn't, I still have the same opinions. It's not that different. The only difference is that I got a delicious cake and a Dalek cross stitch, which I should mention is right here. Look at that. That is all done in cross stitch. That is amazing. Made by my wonderful friend Amy. Link in the sidebar. Now, people will tell you, hey, it's so much more different now. You can buy booze legally. To which I answer, so what? If I did drink, it would be just as easy to go to someone who is 18. Fuck, I've got 30-year-old friends that I could give the money to and they could buy it for me. The only difference is that I'm paying for it myself. If I wanted to drink, I would have done it a long time ago. There's people thinking you're more mature. Don't even get me started on that one. I do not understand it, and I don't think I ever will. And here's the top one. Voting. Suddenly, on the day of your birth 18 years ago, you have suddenly become responsible for your decision about what leader you elect for your country and what state the world might be in 10 years. Now, me personally, I think that's a bit insane. I'm going to vote. I'm sure a lot of people are going to vote as well. But for people to just be shoved into it, you're 18, now you can decide what the fate of the world will be. I think it's just bonkers. This is mainly because people my age generally do not know what the political situation in our country, let alone the world, is. If people think that we should really get into the voting process, then what they should do is give us a pamphlet, give us all the lowdown. Now, I'm not saying dumb it down as in, having red letters, this guy is from so-and-so party and he wants to help you. Because in reality, that is basically just asking for someone to be biased and, giving one guy an advantage over the other so that one might get voted for over the other. Corruption lies everywhere. But generally, politics just isn't interesting enough for the general mass consensus to figure out everything they might want to figure out. The best you could probably hope for is like a few eager kids, apart from, the political nerds, and God bless them, most of them will just, learn as much as they can in the few days before election. I really hate to think about politicians depending on the youth of today. They're creating Facebook, MySpace, all these profiles to attract the attention of people. And I can tell you, from my own personal experience, it's kind of weird, and it's not working. If anything, you're putting people off by joining their world. This is their realm, and politicians are invading it going, support Kevin Rudd because I am a politician and I can speak Chinese. I know that sounded nothing like Kevin Rudd. Imagine for me, okay? So in the end, summing up, being 18, being able to go into a liquor store, being able to gamble, being viewed as more mature when it's obviously inaccurate, and being able to vote. Why can't they just invent the freezing machines already? I want to go back to being 17. Yarr! Shit.